On Skinwalker Ranch, it might be fair to say now that there's no place like Homestead 2, and it proved it once again in tonight's experiment. Guys, may I ask about the audio from the shaman that you had out here just recently? We were seeing things that we can't understand, we can't comprehend. And what are your impressions on what it did draw out?
Yeah, we should point out here that Art did 2 ceremonies when he was here. One he would not let us record. Right. We asked him if there was one he could do that we could record so that we could reuse it in future experiments, and this is the one we use.
And of course, our work is largely a study in correlations. So we're looking for any changes in the environment, anything on any of our measurements when we begin playing that audio.
And yet, things did happen from the one that we were able to hear tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, we have these tracker devices that are reporting to us their computed positions, latitude, longitude, and altitude, in real time. And I'm watching the data come in, and as the guys radio over and make me aware that we are beginning to play back the audio, what do I see? I see the reported position of the sensor climbing into the air, as we saw previously.
All right, I'm going to start the sound now of Art blowing his ceremonial whistle.
What is going on here?
Hey, Travis, I'm watching the GPS tracker we put on top of Homestead 2, and it started moving vertically.
It's at about treetop height now, whereas it has been sitting right down at roofline level.
Well, Eric, we just started playing that recording of Art, so that correlates with what you're saying. That's crazy. If it goes back to normal, call us and let us know.
Yeah, okay, will do.
There's clearly something going on, either interfering with the measurement or literally taking it to a point that's hundreds of feet into the air.
And we have another signal happen at this moment. Tell me about that.
Well, I noticed on my omnidirectional antenna that I was picking up a 1.6 gigahertz signal. So then I used one of my directional antennas to find where it was coming from, and it was coming from Homestead 2. There was actually 2 of them. Now, one, they were slightly at different frequencies, but right around 1.6. And they looked like it was, again, 2 signals that might be connected to each other somehow. Were they talking to each other? I don't know, but it certainly looked like that.
In watching it back, do you see any pattern that might be some sort of communication?
I haven't found any pattern to it yet, but, you know, there could be one that we just haven't noticed.
Homestead 2 keeps its secrets.
I can't think of any scientific reason why that happened.
Wow, another night of just trying to make sense of the incredible, not just amount of data, but the incredible nature of the data you're getting, like thermal images now from Homestead 2 and Homestead 3, and in the bubble, all happening this season. Can we draw any correlations with this experiment tonight and with what we've seen in the past between these 3 places?
They are all on Skinwalker Ranch.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely true.
We're getting multiple results during multiple experiments showing us the same stuff.
And are those 3 things connected, Matty? Well, I'd say stay tuned.
I like that. That sounds like a tease.
It is.